New boys on the block, it is going to be AGO versus LDLC. And not the only new boys on the block, we've got Snods here as well. I mean, you're not exactly new here, but...
No, one season, you know, been broken in. So apart from that, we're all good, mate, yeah.
I like it. It's not your first time, at least. That's my favourite. Well, AGO versus LDLC. Cash Overpass is the map pool we have for today. Expectations?
Well, you've already broken them, it seems. But yeah, no, expectations for Cash. God, I need to think my thoughts. LDLC is strong on Cash. I remember actually casting, gosh, was it FaZe LDLC when actually LDLC had the upset win? Some team along those lines. Could have been a FaZe, could have been an SK, not an SK, sorry, could have been up there. It's up there, right? Yeah, Alex had like 35 kills and they still lost.
You hate to see it.
You hate to see it.
Doing the bonding, I call it.
Doing the bonding.
Yeah,
so Cash is one of those maps where Alex can go huge, but obviously that is the X factor for me. If Alex is quite a quiet game, I think this is going to be 16-12, even then 16-9.
He was brought on the board earlier versus Astralis for one of the maps I remember, so, you know, not exactly on fire today, it seems, sadly. But, hey, we don't know. That's the thing. LDLC, unknown quantity right now, right? We have no idea what to expect. Yeah, they got stomped by Astralis, but that is Astralis. You know, that's kind of what you expect. And while AGO have definitely been making a rise, beating good teams as of late, you know, do they choke under pressure in their first game of Pro League, or do they just come in, you know, all guns blazing and take down LDLC?
It's a good point. We saw them obviously go through the IM qualifier bracket all the way into the finals. The last hurdle, if they won that one best of 3, they're in Poland, their home ground, on Katowice, home soil essentially, and they crumbled versus Avantgarde. Obviously, Avantgarde online have been unbelievable.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, for a go as well, coming into this, it must be such a relief actually qualifying for Pro League. This is one
and
of the
in first place as well. They didn't have to play the promotion matches. They just got straight in by going first place in MDL. So that's the best part for them.
Exactly.
Easy route in. And their first season of MDL as well, they just straight up qualify, which is, you know, I think that's probably a new...
Is that
a rarity? First season of MDL.
I think Godsent did it.
Maybe.
Back there though now.
Well, probably for a while. Either way, we're here. AGO, LDLC, into Cash we go for the first map. Lots of utility for LDLC's pistol, so clearly a game plan in their mind. And already AGO bringing some aggression in the form of Furlan.
Yeah, Furlan pushing in now towards A main. Twanu holding the angle, actually will find the... Oh, actually, no, unable to find that first frag here. Still goes to a stalemate, but information has been gathered now for a go. Default across the map coming up from LDLC. They're holding for the aggression, this sort of aggression. So unfortunate scenes now for the French side after they're unable to capitalize off of their default, playing passive for that exact reason.
Well, still plenty of time left, and LDLC going to start to group outside of 8. Furlan again back in with the aggression. Twanu won't expect it a second time or a third. There's Alex dead. And Furlan has just made this round a reality for AGO. They've got themselves in the driving seat, and they are about to run right over LDLC. Maniac does pick up a bit of utility from the bodies as he gets ready to take it all towards the A bomb site, but how much can he really do? Because AGO have rotated Groovy back into the car. He is going to be smoked off with Furlan as well, but there's a player towards the back of the site. Toa looking to do some damage, peeks out there, some damage, but it's not a kill. Logan will find the entry kill, and Furlan following up, looking for the ace, he finds 3.
Man advantage here for a go. 2 versus 3. Diffuse gets dropped somewhere towards the default site, so time is maybe not of the essence, but actually Snatchy pushing in aggressive. We'll find that one frag. Logan, the new addition, was last alive. And Logan's quite an important factor to this puzzle, right? Replacing Big Shoes. Might not be the tallest man in existence, but big shoes to fill in this team.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not like he's even filling his role either. That's obviously moved over to the form of Devil, with assistance, as you say, from Maniac and Alex. So definitely a change in leadership for LDLC. Could be good, could be bad. So far, not looking great, but we're early days.
Yeah, not really too much in terms of sample size, and as well, it's such early days for this roster as well. So
give them time.
Can't really put you know, too much stock into it as of yet, but nevertheless, it'll be the 5-man force by. So Twanu maybe not going to be able to invest into the AWP if they lose this round, but let's see if they can try and counter it. The smoke comes in. If the spray is right, it might actually connect.
Oh, but he just stopped shooting as they peek. Luckily, we'll go for another burst. And Maniac dead. Furlan will follow up. These rifles are ripping apart LDLC. 3 players left standing, and while the bomb plant's given here, AGO don't mind giving that bomb plant. They should be able to secure the retake with a few men alive as well, so this shouldn't be too much of a hassle. Snatchy follows up. Pistol could have lined up a couple of kills, but it's just going to be a wipe down for AGO. And you know, if you're confident in your retaking ability, it's fine to give up a bomb plant when you know you can come back in and keep 5 alive, and they do. So 2-0 now for this Polish side. Looking good.
Especially as well versus the force by of LDLC. I would argue, you know, if LDLC are full eco, no Kevlar, just Glocks, if they get the bomb down, that's a massive accomplishment for themselves in that round, right? But if they force buy and all they get in return is the bomb planted, it makes a massive difference going forward. So yeah, 100% agree with you there. It's definitely worth it, especially when you have 5 players staying alive as well. Or 4 at that, sorry, which means the money is going to be sailing ahead of LDLC is going to these buy rounds. So the deco coming out from LDLC, going to be 4 Deagles and just Maniac taking the bite in terms of firepower.
Those odds though, 1.3 to 3.
Oh, I didn't actually see that.
Oh, yeah, looking at the monitor, they're 1.33 to AGO and I think 3.1 to Team LDLC.
Really?
So actually really favourable.
Wow.
I do agree. I think AGO are going to 2-0 this series, but that is a
I hate to be that guy, but you're a betting man out there. 3 to 1.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't put money on it myself.
What's the second map? Let's take a look at my sheet.
Overpass.
Yeah, I don't know. I've got a really good on Overpass. That's the problem. Cash,
Yeah,
I would
they
say,
are, aren't they?
the problem is, Cash is a map where I'd say I don't see have a chance. The problem is, losing the pistol, things get a lot harder.
And again, if AGO stomp this map like I expect it to happen, nice shot from Logan, and those odds are even going to be even more skew if for the second map. Groupie trying to catch the cross. There's no smoke for the cross, but there's no smoke needed when Logan's hitting shots like that. 2 opening kills from the latest addition to this team. And Maniac, he's going to have a taste of the action as well. Logan, a 3rd headshot. He wants this eco round, and he's taking the names of AGO. There's one more man left standing. PHR coming back in. Oh, shot missed at least. PHR's found himself a 3rd kill as well. He's on the right, the 2nd kill. He's on the roll for the ace. 4K, sorry.
The
bottom right has just deceived me, but he's getting shot from the back. Maniac gonna go down, but you say it yourself, the time is low. He's gonna be in a bit of an awkward spot. Devil gives away his position, but he has to stick the bomb here. Surely Devil, surely Devil. Oh, he does. It gets scary, but LDLC pick up the round.
Wow. 3, or was that 3 Deagle shots? I believe it was 3. So a hat-trick of Deagle headshots there from Logan. Opens up the A site. Demolishes all defense there towards A, and actually secures themselves the first round so far. Let's see if they can beat their score earlier on. 16-5 on Inferno, 16-5 on Nuke, and surprise, surprise, none of those maps are here right now. As it seems like they've changed for the wiser option as to ban up maps like Nuke when no one's actually played it. So starting the T side, it was rather futile, but first frag found by Twani in towards middle. Pressure being applied now on towards the CT side. Snatchy playing aggressive as well, considering they've actually lost control towards middle, staying your ground towards checkers where they can go vents. Does obviously run its risk. But still, nevertheless, bomb still towards mid main. Smoke coming out towards B. 2 for 2 in terms of the defense coming out from a go. 2 towards A, 2 towards B, which means a massive gap right now in the defense towards mid. So could we be seeing an A split? Could we be seeing the B split? All depends on this next frag. It's so pivotal for LDLC.
Slow from LDLC. They've got the mid control. Smoke is down for Furlan. That's actually his own smoke, I think. So not looking to contest towards middle. LDLC begin to wrap back with the bomb towards the A side of the map, but Toa's here with the AWP of his own, but he is alone. Furlan needs to rotate through, and there's the shot. Gonna just be aware of the squeaky door. Devil's already pushing down there. LDLC slow things down. In fact, they completely grind things to a halt. They'll bring the bomb up towards Squeaky with the other player. So not looking to contest against the cross that may have the AWP. Instead, they all want to burst out the door so they can kind of get safer to the site. But the issue is Toa's still here with the AWP.
20 seconds left. AWP towards Forklift. If he finds the first frag, this can still be a goes round.
Oh, they're going to come in. Oh, there's a shot. Doesn't line them up. Could have found at least 2 kills there, but there's 15 seconds left and the bomb's still not crossed. Furlan going to defend the site, and Toa another shot. That's the bomb drop. That's the round over. Maniac just has to stay alive. He doesn't want to die after time, so he shouldn't drop through the vents. But the player pushed up on B is PHR, so it should be fine. Maniac holds onto his gun, and AGO, a 3rd round on the board. Yeah, they may lose to pistols, but they make up for it with the rifles. 3 AWP saved? Ooh.
Oh, wow. That must have been poor communication there, obviously.
Do they commit with it, though? Of course they do. It's AGO.
Well, round number 5. 3-1. LDLC are going to have the money reset, but they still have enough money to at least go for an AWP onto Devil. Must have been a spawn. Actually, no, it's not even that good of a spawn, so 1 AWP for Devil. AK there for Maniac, but apart from that, 2 CZs and a Deagle for Logan. Obviously, Maniac saving the AK from the last round. Forced by 4 LDLC, so if they lose this one again, they're forced on 20 eco. So, oh, this is actually really good to peek in towards checkers.
Yeah, I like it.
If you have to land on the crate, unfortunately.
Yeah, Snatchy just
mows. Yeah, I actually saw Big doing that a lot. Big doing that a lot on Cash. You would have Keeve going up towards those toxic barrels. Obviously, you jump over the scope. The problem is if you don't land on the barrels, your foot shows. It's a very easy flick for Snatchy.
And he shows that with both kills as well. So now AGO off to a great start into this buy again. LDLC know they don't have a lot to show, but you would have hoped for a little bit more. Groovy holding down mid. The Molotov's down. Twani just going to sit in it, trying to wait for a time to peek, but no one's going to take that fight from AGO. It's instead Toa who's sitting inside of the connector. LDLC desperate. We'll look towards the A-bomb site. Furlan's here. The smoke for the cross is ready. So Groovy and Furlan both going to be essentially cordoned out of this round. Bomb plant very possible for LDLC. But what's that peek from Twanu? He exposes himself to Car, and he'll go down before the smoke even hits the ground. Now it's been picked up by Logan, but he's already dead. Around the LDLC could have gotten a bomb plant and a 3v5 post plant out of. They've thrown away. It's just Alex. He's stuck in the smoke with only a CZ75 and with only 30 seconds left. 3 players surrounding him. Jumps out of the smoke, makes a bit of noise, but he gets 1 kill. However, that's all it will be. AGO come back in and they keep the triple orb in play.
4-1 then going into round number 6. It's going to be the eco now for LDLC. Maniac has got $3,000, which means he can jump over and open to the next round for Twano if he wants to. But if he invests, you know, down, yeah, exactly. Buys the Deagle, no orb now for Twano unless he wants to go glass cannon. But then again, you know, for LDLC, do you keep going for these default plays? We've seen Agoa basically outplaying LDLC across the map. Do you try go for the heavy execution style CS? Do you take A main control, try execute Molotovs, smokes, flashbangs, you name it, towards the A site? As right now, playing simple default Counter-Strike isn't working.
Fast play out Squeaky. Groovy going to line up 3 kills. Logan will trade with the pistol. Apparently that's what he loves to play with. 2 Glock headshots against armored players is a very impressive round, but it won't result in too much. And with one of those orbs being lost, AGO not going to be too worried. They won't reinvest in it. Why would you? 2 is definitely enough for the CT of cash. A map heavily dependent on retaking. LDLC back into rifles. They've got utility to play with as well. No AWP on Twanu. Didn't have the cash for it. Not with armor.
So, as I said before, lacking the AWP, obviously they're trying this game style where they go for the default plays across the map. They take map control, they try and work some of that. The problem is right now for LDLC, they're losing so many players early. At what point do we see them go for the execution plays where maybe they group up towards A and hit A as a unit? As of right now, they're being outplayed across the map. For a go, this has been very simple Counter-Strike to counter it, but Flashbang comes in, will allow for him to jump on the white box and go for the face. Tao, with the up towards white box, has the aid of Grubby as well playing towards highway. And actually the push comes in towards A main, so Furlan has so much information. He can be hearing the boost, hearing them fumble through their grenades as well. So, do they run back towards B? Do they go mid to B? Ooh. And will Furlan hear it?
That flash almost connected with Tower as well. He's just going to bypass it. Now they might not know he's here, but Alex is just going to jump up on top and take the frag. So now LDLC off to a good fighting chance in this round. They've found an early pick. There's still 50 seconds on the clock for them to commit, but with that kill comes aggression from the CT side. Furlan pushes down into main. So he's going to be able to quickly flank the behind the LDLC side as they begin to push towards B. They've taken B main. They look to take vents. PHR's towards the back of the checkers room, but they should surely molly this. They won't. He'll be able to strike. There's 2 kills as they line up in his eyes, and Logan going to trade finally, but Snatchy's on the site to respond. Won't find it. Second shot connects. Third as well. Snatchy is just mowing them down. Devil finally will pull it back, but it's not for long enough. As AGO, they take their 6th round on the board, and they're looking great on cash.
6-1, and once again for LDLC, the plan is halted. Round number 8 now, 6-1, so 5-round deficit now for LDLC, and it's actually going to extend potentially to a 6-round deficit when you look at their buy as well. Twine obviously going to be buying just the CZ, saving for the AWP to the next buy round. We've seen 5 AK buys come up from LDLC. I haven't really been seeing the AWP from Twine. We saw him get the first frag towards mid, one of the rounds versus Grubby, but apart from that, LDLC unable to capitalize with the man advantage going forward and a double
alternate attacks.
I like this.
This is alternate attacks. Used to always use this on cash. Their favorite map, at least old school ults with Kiev. But Snatchy's here, and he's going to only take 1, actually. They could have lined up again. We've seen a lot of near lineups this map already. PHR now alone on the site. He's got lots of teammates around the site to support, but he's the only one stuck in the middle. And he's apparently not too pressured there. He's going to get 2 kills. Ruby actually finds the second. The third as well, as Twani responds with the AWP, the gun of his choice that he's picked up off the body of Snatchy, but can he find the round? Because both players are up in heaven and they're getting aggressive. Furlan cleans it up.
Such a great player there from PHR. You saw calculated play, knows the play's coming in, missed the first shot. Sorry, yeah, it's fine. Missed the first, I think it was Snatch actually, sorry. Missed the first shot, it's fine. Molly's out towards headshot, able to put the smoke down and shroud his vision, sees a slight gap there, finds 2 frags, and eventually is taken down. So calculated, composed play there, using his utility well. Obviously, potentially less experienced players just go for the wide face or one flashbang instead, but he spread it properly. Nevertheless, though, fast play towards middle. It seems like LDLC going to be upping the ante here and turning up to a high-octane style of CS. 2 towards A main, 1 towards middle now. Furlan playing in towards MBK. Smoke is still there. Minute 30 left on the clock as well, so LDLC still don't have to pull the trigger. The problem is, though, the off angle will actually work out.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, when you're going for that kind of fast mid play, it's so dependent on you getting those kills.
Yeah.
And AGO are just winning every single gunfight so far this map. I feel like in every single scenario, LDLC have never put themselves in a position where they're favored. You know, that mid play works if you've got superior aim, but these Polish players are looking so strong on their debut in Pro League as well. In fact, they're just as dominant as the Astralis were against this exact same team just 2 hours later. So.
Oh, they're really good. I'm actually really impressed with Ago. This is the biggest thing for me right now is obviously, is there going to be a seismic shift in terms of Virtus Pro? Are they coming down the rankings? Or Ago coming up? You know?
For me, this is the best team in Poland, without a doubt.
I don't know if I'd go that far yet.
I mean, how many events for VP to bottom out do we say that... The only reason people aren't saying AGO are better than VP is because, yes, VP is still getting invites and botting them out.
It's true.
AGO aren't qualifying, but I think if AGO got invited to these kind of events, they would do better than VP. Obviously, we can't prove that, right, because they're not getting invites, but eventually when that starts happening, I think it's good enough evidence. They're in Pro League, VP are in MDL. In terms of online play, you can't argue that VP are better at all. When it comes to LAN,
I could agree with you that Ago are better online. The question is on LAN.
But they've not had the experience. Exactly. That's the only issue.
Exactly.
So I would put money on it if it was a thing, but we just haven't seen them on LAN yet.
Betway do the odds.
Yeah, Betway do the odds, and they are favouring AGO for good reason right now.
Ridiculously as well. What was it, 3-1 in favour of Ago? So anyway, though, 4 Deagles now for LDLC. Will it be a repercussion of what we saw essentially from Logan's last Deagle buy? 3 headshots to open up the A-bomb side. That's actually the only round they've won so far on the T side of Cash. Was 1 hat-trick of frags with a Deagle from Logan where he started it. Oh, actually carrying forward that form as well. Gets 1 onto Towel. So a 1-for-1 trade. Grub is still alive though towards mid, so map control still in favour of Ago.
Oh, the timing on Groovy turns back around when Alex is close, and PHR, there was a downtime when no one was watching middle. That could have been a time for Alex to strike, but he won't get lucky enough. Will he find his frag then? Ruby peeks out. There's the kill. So AGO back into the driving seat. They've secured the man advantage once again, and they've even spotted somewhat of this A play. So Furlan going to call for his support, the team to come in. There's 1 more kill from the rafters, and a second. Furlan will mop these frags up, and he pulls out the USP to just add insult to injury. He will go down to Logan's Deags, who have looked very good this map. But I don't think they're good enough to pull him through this round. AGO still have 3 players up, and that'll be it. PHR finds the headshot. 9-1 up here for the Polish side, dominating this T side.
Wow, look at the frags as well. 11 kills for Logan, but apart from that, he's the only player positive for LDLC. Everyone else, 3, 2 frags, and these kills from Logan as well. He's got 11 frags, but how many of them have been with the Deagle so far? 5? 3 headshots, at least 5.
2 in that round, 3 on the other round.
So at
5.
least 5 so far. So where's the impact in the buy rounds? Obviously, he has the most kills on the scoreboard. We want to be seeing...
But at a 9-1 scoreline, most kills means nothing.
Yeah, exactly. No one's having that much of an impact. So double op setup once again coming out from Ago. Obviously, having 1 up towards A, 1 up towards B. Great flashbang as well, actually, for Furlan.
And he gets misinformation from that. He gets the idea that Squeaky's clear when actually both players were really pushed down. So that surprises him. Twanu doesn't react in time, but Towel certainly will. That's awkward.
So hard. It's so hard to AWP versus the double AWP setup because it feels like everywhere on the map is covered by another AWPer. The problem is right now... Oh, did this get 1?
And look at this from Alex. He snuck out. He'll be able to get a kill onto Groovy. That's big because now Devil's followed up. And LDLC have taken back the man advantage, securing just 1 player on this A site. The flash goes through, and Alex tries to find an angle round to the smoke, but he's got to be careful. Tower, close. They go down, and now LDLC in the man advantage by 2.
Great play there from Alex. Instinctive push coming out from Forklift, finds 2 frags. So, bit of charge, you're chiming in with 1. Quickly replied, though, by Devil. So 1 versus 2.
Yeah, Snatchy drops the bomb now after that frag, but they should be able to pick it back up. In fact, they have. However, he's in the site, so he doesn't want to allow them to plant. The flash is perfect, he shoots with the blind, but he won't connect. Alex still sits on the forklift, and I feel like this is where Alex needs to come and bail Devil out. He will do so by climbing up, but so will Devil. Ballsy play for Devil to make with 15 HP, but he gets away with it. So LDLC take their 2nd round on the board. The issue is, finally they got a round, yes, but losing 3 players means they're not going to have any money left after this buy. Yes, they get full rifles and good utility, but a reset is on the cards if AGO pick up this next one.
Yeah, I mean, if we see the reset come in, 10-2, weak force buy, then an eco. If it does go 12-2 here, Hugo, I mean, that could be as good as done. We've seen the mental fortitude so far from LDLC. It seems like when the opposition does get a massive Stark advantage, instantly LDLC just mentally tap out of the matchup. So they did it versus Astralis on both maps. Maybe it's because they're saying, okay, Astralis too far ahead of our game. You know, even at our best, they're still better than us by a big margin. Yeah. We're expecting too much early on. But for a Go, this should be a team which you should be margining against. You should be trying to compare yourself to a Go. A Go are turning heads. They're getting upset wins left, right, center. They qualified for the minor. They also knocked out Godsent for the minor as well. Also, you know, Godsent into MDL, a Go into Pro League. So if LDLC made relegations right, would they be able to survive Pro League relegations? I don't think so.
To me, the LDLC, in my opinion, with all the teams in Pro League right now, are probably one of the weakest. You know, I'm expecting them to be in that bottom three and to at least get relegated or play the relegation matches, unless this Logan pickup is insane and we just haven't seen it yet. But AGO outclassing this team by a mile so far. Again, the AWP will strike from Tower as he gets boosted up. DLC, they look to try and take a bit more mid-control after that pick. The Molotov down. Looked like they wanted to take Vents control, and I think that's still apparent. They just got to try and get this pick outside of B. Tuanu trying to go for the jump boost, won't connect it. All timing as PHR crosses the smoke, and LDLC will look like a B play with that Vents control has now changed, and that's because Logan's pushed up towards Highway. But with 20 seconds left, they need to hurry up. There's one player on the forklift, that's Furlan. He's got support from Groovy as well, and a quick rotation from Tower. But Furlan, he's going to be the first line of defense. Groovy drops the bomb, and that's it. That's a round over. No one's close enough from LDLC to get it. And what is Logan doing? He's too slow on the push.
You come back towards A, you have one player towards Highway, Logan expecting maybe a player towards connected to overface and give away their life. The problem is you have a player right behind forklift where Furlan was, not expecting that play. You also have him behind the player on default. I mean, he is there to instigate the round.
Logan is the playmaker there. He has to go in and get 2-3 kills. That's how they win the round, because he's got himself in such a deep position. AGO have no idea. And as you say, Snods, the reset. Oh dear.
It's going to be a quick night. What have we had? 16-5, 16-5, 16-6.
1-16-14.
Yeah, great matchup. It's good.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it was great.
This is a little more dire for LDLC, but if they can piece together a couple of rounds on this T side, get the CT pistol, certainly a chance. Long shot though, they're going to need as many rounds as they can get. Currently 11-4 is looking at the very minimum. Bomb down. LDLC with pistols in the post point, but AGO, I mean, look at the utility. This is something they've been so good at, this Polish team. They've been holding on to nades for so long, and that's something I think sets them apart. They don't use early utility. LDLC haven't been going for fast-paced rushes, and AGO have adapted to that. So now they're coming in with all these nades, and look how blind everyone is on LDLC's side. Toa comes in with another frag with the AWP, and PHR are going to follow up. So far, this is looking flawless. Oh my god.
Well, flawless indeed. Still 5 players alive.
How did they do? Oh, Ruby, come on, man.
Nearly flawless, but pretty much perfect. Yeah, 4 players surviving. The bomb easily defused. Great use of utility, as you said before. Molotov's out towards default, flushes the players away from default. As they fly away from default, you have PHR and Co towards Highway. Basically find the frags. It's like these and headlights, essentially. They get modded out default. I'll go wait for the Highway smoke to fade. As the Highway smoke fades, default molly comes in. They have to switch towards forklift or cross, and they get mowed down trying to cross back towards A main. So great play coming out from a Go. Composed and intelligence definitely being shown. So double op setup once again. They never had to have it really contested. Usually with a double op setup, it's expensive to run. It can be hard to keep in your inventory, but they've never been tested here so far, Hugo.
No, and once again, just with pistols of LDLC, they'll find nothing. Groovy lines up 2 in main. Logan going to try and follow up with his Caesar 75, but it's no deagle this time. Smoke can just guarantee the fact that LDLC can't take control from main, because if you're trying to sneak through, you're definitely going to have a bad time. Maniac boosted to mid. AGO, they just give up mid. They don't even care. They don't even want to contest this. They're aware they can wrap the backside, so that's why we have Snatchy holding the CT spawn, and one player up, checking the Highway, that's Tower. Maniac will sneak his way up, but trying to crossfire with Logan coming out of the squeaky door is going to make a noise, and Tower's already posted on the angle. The smoke comes down, the shot is missed, and Logan runs out, but somehow he gets flicked on, tries to follow up, Maniac trades, but it's still the round for AGO.
10-round advantage now for the Poles. 12-2, as you said. Round number 15, the final round of the first half, and it really hasn't felt like a first half. It's felt like a first half beating. A Go winning every aim duel, outsmarting LDLC left, right, center. Every single time LDLC finding footing, find some sort of form, instantly reset, and back to the drawing board essentially. 10-round lead. Now, if this goes 13-2, I don't see any chance LDLC come back into this one. Existence used to be the guy that would hype them back up. We can still do this, you know, we're still in this one. You lack that potential player on your team that keeps the heads up of everyone else. And the problem is right now, if you lack your hype man, essentially, you know, everyone's heads are in the dumps after.
Yeah, like who's the next hype man on this team, I ask?
Maniac, I guess. It has to be Maniac.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I don't know. It's a hard one to adjust when you've never had to do that before. It may seem trivial, but it's an important part of a team, especially with coming back from huge deficits like this. Well, B site, again, not ready to be challenged so far this map. We've got Maniac snuck in, close, but how much can he get from this position? I don't know. Alex has found his way up the highway. This time, he needs to make a play because Logan didn't from this previous position, but Alex has stuck by and he's opened up the round there. That's exactly what you do with that position. Takes the kill onto Groovy, now makes AGO second guess. PHR going to be caught out of position on B, and Maniac's followed up with an entry. Even two, that's a B side open, and LDLC finally looking good in this round.
2 versus 4. A go. Have to go for this one, obviously, as it is the last round of the half. Alex could be hearing potentially both of the AWPers. Still unable to find that frag, so 2 versus 3. Devil coming back towards default, coming back to reality. The bomb's still not yet planted, which is rather strange, as there's been rather a lot of time on the clock, but nevertheless.
Oh no,
what?
Not like this. Not
this
a 4v2.
is unacceptable.
Two AWP retake 4v2. Unacceptable. I couldn't think of a better word. Devil's the last man at the back of B is Furlan. He comes in from the checkers. Nade on the site's going to do good damage. Chips away to 30 HP left on Devil. He's got a big clutch to perform now because his team have all let him down by falling in this post-plant. He's got to try and hold on. Deagle out, run out of ammo from the M4. Trying to connect something, but not a single shot will hit. And Furlan, he's going to finish off the half with a 13-2. We said LDLC needed that round, and they had everything going for them.
Yeah, 4 versus 2. The bomb took so long to go all the way from spawn back in towards the B bomb site before it got planted. And yeah, I mean, a 4 versus 2, the bomb's down. Obviously, you lose Alex in towards connector. I don't think he heard the AWP from Towel.
Yeah, he must not have heard it, right?
If he did, he expected the AWP to go CT. He didn't expect the AWP to actually clear him out.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, it was just strange. Strange is the way I'll describe it. I don't know about you.
But like you said, bomb taking so long, right? Say that bomb got planted the second they took the site, right? There's no way AGO have time to retake that with 2 AWPs, right? There's just no way. But because they were given so much time to get back in, it was a 2v2 by the time the bomb went down. And 2v2 retake, that's fine, you know? No issue if you're AGO. But a 2v4 with bomb down, that's when things start to get a bit...
I think there was 1 M4, but the AWP found both the kills, right?
Yeah.
Which meant...
Well, he swapped out. Furlan had an AWP, but he swapped out before he pushed into the site.
So, yeah, Alex died towards connected. The player died in towards CT, but they weren't tradable. Alex untraded, fair enough, he was the lurk player. It's a 4 versus 2, he's trying to get information. I play it towards CT at the boxes as well, playing the cubby.
I think you could easily pin that on being Alex's fault, but I feel like you shouldn't, because you don't know what information he had. If he heard the AWP scope, like you said, he could have just expected
There's no way he expects him to clear connector.
Why would you expect him to clear connector? And the fact that he was posted towards middle made me think that maybe he knows that Furlan's here, right?
Exactly.
So he's holding that rotate. That's absolutely fine. It's everyone else that had the issue, but a sloppy half from LDLC, but you can't take that away from AGO. They look crisp. Definitely outperforming on a team level and an individual level as well, all across the board. Definitely showing that AGO is a team to stay. Yeah, let's see if they can go all the way. Here on the second pistol round, we've got Utility on Groovy, although he's the one fragging mad this map. He's on, I think, 23 kills so far. As they just set up quickly towards B, it's going to be 2 men on the defense, Devil and Logan. The new addition and the IGL. What can they do against this flurry of players? They'll burst on in. Devil not checked. He gets a shot off. Not going to be able to follow up with a second. He'll get overwhelmed by PHR. That was scary for a second, but it's not going to go the way of LDLC. Once again, AGO in the driving seat. 4 versus 2. We saw LDLC just lose from this scenario. But bomb has been planted now. No defuse gets here for the CT side. And maybe there's one drop towards the B bomb side, but it's unlikely. So... can Maniac try and find an entry here, make this potentially winnable? Oh, no. Yeah. Snatching from behind will seal the deal. Taul as well find the final frag onto Alex towards CT. 14-2. Huh. This isn't really looking too brilliant for... I mean, this is the thing. Usually you would say, okay, fair enough, new roster. At least there's X. At least there's Y that looks good. The problem is right now for LDLC,
there's nothing to really write home about.
No, and again, this is a matchup. Of course, AGO, great team, on the rise. But in terms of experience, this is the team with the least experience in Pro League. So this is one that LDLC should be winning. LDLC
especially as well. If you're LDLC and you want to be avoiding relegation, you know, your Hellraisers.
This is your easy win. This is your quote-unquote easy win of the season, right? Like, look who else we've got LDLC to play up against. We've got FaZe, we've got Fnatic, we got everyone.
Everyone, yeah.
You
I mean, in terms of the lower teams now, you've got Space Soldiers.
Yeah, okay.
Online form in terms of individual skill. Yeah, do they match up with them? Hard to say.
If AGO are 14-2ing LDLC, Space Soldiers are surely doing exactly the same. There's something at least. Alex, though, will get caught out. 1 HP left on him. AGO, they've stacked the correct site. LDLC are 3 up on B right now, just going for a risk play. Something you have to employ when you're this far down and on this kind of buy. If you set up a default and try and run 2 on each site and 1 in middle, you're going to lose the round. Even if you can, put up 1 kill each, there's no way you retake it. So you've got to go for a risk stack. Unfortunately, LDLC, wrong side of the coin. In fact, even Maniac will move off of the car as soon as AGO start to push out of main. So LDLC aren't even going to know this round's happening until the bomb's down. And by that point, it's too late.
So, just going to be Maniac towards Connector. But apart from that, no one towards A. LDLC putting all their eggs in one basket, taking the risk towards the B stack.
Someone just dropped.
Out the server. Ooh,
yes.
Actually, yeah.
And he was alive as well.
Had the bomb, I think. That's what caused the delay. A little bit of panic now, actually, for a go.
Yeah, certainly an opportunity for LDLC. Again, the round's live. There's nothing we can do about that. So the best opportunity they've been given. 12 seconds left. Bomb will go down. Finally, the retake will ensue, but LDLC a big job ahead of them.
Maniac cowering now behind car. Tuano finds 1, so 4 versus 2. She's been a 4 versus 3, obviously, but the player disconnecting means the odds have been actually swayed.
Yeah, quite heavily, but will AGO be able to close it out, or will LDLC find success in this retake? So much damage done to Tuano and Maniac. It'll be finished off. Maniac, Dev, and PHR tagged up. It doesn't matter. He finds 2. Groovy follows up, and Devil to trade. But will that be enough? Groovy's got 6 bullets left in the clip. He can wide peek this, but Devil's wrapping the right side. He'll hear the footsteps. And Groovy, they win it. 2v4.
Even a 4 versus...
I wasn't even worried. That's the thing.
Oh, here comes the long pause.
I mean, yeah. Who knows what the issue is here with the 5th player. Hopefully we'll have some confirmation for you guys at home what's going on. But if I were AGO,
I'd play it out.
I would play it out.
Maybe.
Maybe that's why.
Or just ask LDLC just to forfeit it and just say, you know what, we're 13 rounds up. Do you really want to waste all this time if it is going to be a half an hour, 40-minute pause, if you know what I mean?
I mean, maybe he's playing Project Cars. Who knows?
Who knows? Well, they are racing rings around LDLC right now.
That's true.
That is very true. Well, 13 match points. Not really much to say here, Hugo.
No.
It's very hard to commentate these blowout matches, but that's a lot of what we get on the B stream, right? Obviously, the best matchups are saved for the mainstream, and here we are with the one-sided affairs, really.
It's fine. They have the best matches. We have the best casters. You know, it balances.
I like to say we have the shorter dates, right?
Yeah, maybe. That's a good point.
It is a good point, you know.
Well, yeah. No update just yet, at least on the 5th player, so we will be filling for a few more minutes, but hopefully we'll have that sorted sooner rather than later. All I can say really is aside from harping on LDLC's missed performances, AGO are looking great. And now I'm questioning, what other teams can they beat? If they're having such an easy time versus this team, where does a team stack up against them like, maybe say Fnatic or Envy?
Or
yeah, like G2, where do they stack up?
Yeah, it'd be nice to see. Obviously, on LAN, it's a completely different story. A lot of the times for a go, it's about that LAN experience. We saw them at the minor not actually make it out of the minor groups. But they actually did get the win versus Godsent. Oh, wait, did they make it out of groups?
At the minor?
No, they came 5th, 6th. No, they came 5th, 6th at the EU minor. So, yeah, I mean, for a go, they actually took the win versus Godsent. But that was really...
Didn't they lose to... Oh, no.
God, I can't remember.
They lost to Optic, I'm pretty...
Yes, on Train and Mirage. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
Yeah, okay, I thought I was right. And then Envy beat Space Soldiers in the lower bracket to qualify. Yeah, that was it. No, Space Soldiers beat Envy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, AGO, obviously, in terms of LAN experience versus top teams, top tier LANs, none, right? But online, they're playing qualifiers and stuff. So they're playing teams like, not the best teams in the world, but they're playing... I don't even want to call Mousesports tier 2 because I feel like that is an insult. But they're playing teams like Mousesports, Hellraisers kind of level, not FaZe, not SK, but they're playing the step below. I wouldn't call it a whole tier below. I'd still call Mouse Sports a tier 1 team. But now they're going to get an opportunity to play against the best of the best, as in the Phases, the Fanatics, the G2.
You name it, yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of sway away from your point, obviously, I agree. But this is an interesting thing. How often do you see LDLC in these qualifiers? Starlight qualifiers, ESL qualifiers, for IEM, LANs, whatever?
See, I've been saying that, and I know they play DreamHack qualifiers, but that's a good point. I haven't actually seen them make it deep.
Because it's like all these farm skin tournaments and all these, skin tournaments online. There's so many official matches to get experience and to get better. But do they, for LDLC, this is the question, right? If you're a Go, you're grinding everything. You're doing every single opportunity, every single qualifier, every single official, you name it, right? But if you're LDLC, do you put more weight in practice over actual officials?
Well,
and
if
way,
that's what they
because they can focus on Pro League?
I can't speak because I don't know. But if that's what they are doing, then that's clearly not working. I'd say whatever they've been doing, now that they've changed IGL, right? Now that they've just completely uprooted the structure of this team, I just say completely redo your schedule. Completely redo everything. Because you've got a completely new IGL and you've got new players, and it's a whole different story. So, yeah, I don't know. I'd say we need to see them in more qualifiers. We need to see them get more experience. I know they play DreamHack qualifiers from time to time, but been pretty unsuccessful.
Yeah. Maybe it's the who knows?
I'd love to know. I'd love to know. But
obviously, you're far more comfortable. You're far more resided in practice, right? You're playing prac, you're losing prac, whatever. It can be quite embarrassing when you're constantly going out of these qualifiers as well, especially versus weaker teams. The EU minor online as well, if you remember.
Yeah.
Not qualifying for the minor, what, 2 majors in a row now, I believe it is? So maybe they're trying to avoid the embarrassment and focus on Pro League, which is fair enough. It's their main goal, is staying in Pro League, but
then you say they're focusing on Pro League, and now they're 15-2 down versus AGO after 2 16-5s to Astralis. It's
new player. We can't harp on it too hard, but
yeah. It's just,
it's very hard to say nice things about LDLC right now,
Yeah, which is a shame, because I've always liked this roster. I've always liked this team. Existence has been one of my favourite players to watch.
Alex, great guy. UK as well. English, so
always national support in that route.
Of course, of course.
Well, we're getting back into the match. Thank you for sticking with us, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for these delays. We've just had someone drop, but we're all back in. AGO looking to try and close out this map here. Probably feeling pretty confident as well.
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, 50-2 up confident. Definitely. 13 match points. Look at the buy as well from LDLC. I mean, this one has been pushing, playing aggressive. The game is pretty much as good as done here.
Yeah, and PHR will make it so. 2 kills in middle. Traded by the Deagle, but Tao's just going to run out. He runs out of ammo as well. Swap to the pistol. Going to try and grab that one from the floor. And Furlan will even drop a player as well up highway. Look at Furlan's position. He's already at car. He just ran through A, killed 1 player, and took car.
Yeah,
I mean,
this round's over.
This game's over. 16 rounds for AGO, unless Maniac has anything to say about it. He will grab 1 kill and a gun with the bomb. So let's not say this is over just yet. He's got himself in a great position, but how much can he get done, Snots?
1 versus 3. No kill, obviously, but the bomb isn't down just yet. Trying to see if he can clear out from behind and find one of the players in transition, trying to make their way to the bomb.
A boost, though.
Smart boost coming out from a Ghost. They're going to be able to clear out all these angles and start to sniff out that Maniac has moved position. Ooh, could he find the drop actually make it 1v2?
Ooh, yeah, I like this. I like this long flank, to be honest. If you're just sitting on the bomb, there's only 1 position you can play, and eventually AGO will just surround you from T-spawn. So this makes sense, but they're so ready. They're so aware. There's nothing you can do if you're Maniac there. If AGO are watching your A highway push, yeah, no, there's nothing you can do. Poor LDLC, but a great map and a great debut for AGO in their first match.
win. Wow.
Well, they did earlier in the first.
They did earlier, yeah. A Go won that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, rather convincingly. 16-2, I believe it was. Next map being what? Overpass being the next map. So do we expect anything different? Maybe more rounds for LDLC, but I wouldn't even. Because a Go are very good on Overpass.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the map they've been smashing everyone on qualifiers.
And when it comes to Cash, you would think, okay, LDLC, you can play loose with this map. You can plug in play. You can bring Logan in. On the fly calling on your T side, right? Logan could try and show off his skill. He did with the Deagle.
Yep.
The problem is right now, moving on to Overpass, a map where, defaults are so important, executions as well, knowing your grenades and your executes and your team play. Yeah, I mean, even if it's more than 2 rounds, which it probably is going to be more than 2 rounds, it's still going to be 16-7, 16-9 maybe. Yeah. Maybe more than that, 16-6. Who knows? Yeah, not looking good here for LDLC.
Well, I'm leaning in the same way as you. We're going to see if AGO can double down in overpass. Join us after the break to see exactly that.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, Betway. ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, Betway, Pay Safeguard, Logitech G, Mountain Dew League, Xfinity, and ESEA.
Incendiary out.